Hey, it's Em here with another random episode in my new park spot. Um, I I was just thinking about something while I came up here, set up my hammock, and then I kid you not when I say I took some time just to soak in what's around me. It may sound cheesy, it may sound weird, but I actually have found it to be so I don't know. I love to be able to look at the world with I try to think of it it's like a kid wonder, like giving my mind permission to see the world a little bit different than I'm used to seeing it. So randomly about maybe I don't know, a little bit before the pandemic, I had a chance to be part of a women's retreat, and it was really cool because it was just uplifting other women, just creating that environment of positivity. For me, that's something that really matters to me, to be able to do that, and it was just so great. There's a lot of bonding. These are people I didn't really know, but it was still like we all were there with that mindset of we're all going to get together and just make this something great, something positive, and something empowering as well. So sorry, I'm trying to balance this properly. It was cool. We did a lot of different things. I learned how to learn how to do some archery. We Oh my gosh, we did some kayaking, and there were a lot of different activities that were done. One of the coolest things to me, there were two things that stood out. One was doing yoga by the water. That was amazing. And then another thing was, oh wait, I realized what's wrong. Another thing was to be able to um, go through the woods and have a meditative walk. And for me, it was something I've never done before. I think in some ways, maybe this is something people might naturally do, but it's something I had never done before. Not really, not overtly. Um, it was literally like a proper meditative walk. We walked just we were in a group, and we talked about what we were going to go and do. We talked about the mindset of how we were going to go into the woods and process what was around us, like the mindset we needed to have. And really, the woods didn't change. There was no physical change, obviously, to the woods, but what did change was a mindset. And when I shifted my mindset for that walk, I started to see things different. She wanted us to notice textures, the scent of the woods, notice little things that stood out to us. And it was cool because when I walked through those woods, I had already walked through those woods and walked by the woods before, and it was like, it's woods, okay, cool, it's like a cool environment. But the way that she had us really notice things was a little different than what I was used to. And it led to me just kind of appreciating the simplicity and the beauty. No, not even simplicity, the complexity of something that I used to think was so simple, or I used to just kind of seeing it in passing. So something I tried to do now, and I'm trying to incorporate that into my life right now, is when going through the woods, especially when I have some time to be out here and just enjoy nature for what it is, and not rushing myself necessarily through things, just taking a dedicated amount of time to just looking around. And it was cool actually because I did that here. I actually wasn't even walking, I was just kind of standing in this general environment, and I noticed I hear woodpeckers all the time around here, but something I'd never seen. I don't think I've ever really noticed a woodpecker actually pecking at a tree. And so I saw it in a tree over there. And so it was kind of cool to notice that. And then I saw another bird doing something. I don't know what that bird was doing in the tree, but but to actually notice that, for me, I'm not. I don't want to lock my brain into just being that's silly. I want to be open to that. And even doing the meditative yoga, I was kind of hesitant to. It didn't sound like my kind of thing. But when in Rome, I was on a retreat. It's time to shift the mindset. And I think so much of what we do is about just shifting the mentality of how we're doing that. Even recently, me and my best friend, we took some time off, and we we explored right near our town, like right near our town. But the thing is, we were looking at it with the mentality of just like, hey, we're just gonna go in here and just appreciate everything that this place has to offer. And that's what we did, and it really was it was a beautiful experience. And yeah, I very much appreciate it. And I don't know, I felt walked away feeling refreshed and giddy almost. I know that sounds weird, but giddy, because I feel like I can't afford to just go do random things. And with the pandemic, can't necessarily just get up and go anyway. And so sometimes just being able to, I mean, of course, like in many things, like there's a time and money factor, and to be able to like try just appreciate the basics of what's around. That's really something that I'm working on. And it's a way you can kind of, to me, I can create a retreat just with that alone. So that's, I don't know, that's just a thought I wanted to share. I'm curious if you have a way, or if you've used like a mind shift to kind of change your perspective. Like, how have you been having like healthy escapes during, well, I mean, I know some things are like kind of starting to go back to normal in some places of the world, I guess. But even throughout the roughest patches, like how have you kind of had an escape? I really truly would love to know, so please leave that down below. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this random episode in the woods. Also, let me know, what do you think of this environment? I like it for filming. Like, it's so much better than being being indoors. Even though it's allergy season, it's still worth it to be out here. So anyway, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll be back next week with another random episode. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk with you then. Bye for now.